Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those who are new here, my name is Psychic Bella Love, and you can book your own personal and private reading with me on my website, psychicbellalove.com. New customers can use coupon code NEW, all in caps, to get extra money off. Also, you can join my Patreon. That is the only place where I take requests for celebrity readings. You can join at the appropriate tier for that. We will also be having live celebrity readings over there starting next week. And I upload daily exclusive content to Patreon. I never edit and repost it later over here or anything like that. It's two completely separate stations, all completely separate content, but we are completely uncensored over there. And also you can follow my backup channel as well as my Instagram. All that information will be linked down below. Make sure you follow the backup channel, because once we hit 1,000 subscribers to where YouTube lets us go live, we'll do some live celebrity readings over there as well. So today I wanted to take a look at what is going to happen in the upcoming hearing in Britney Spears' conservatorship. Every side at this point has filed motions to terminate it, including Jamie, before he was trying to hold on to things so that they could settle what they refer to as the 12th accounting. It's basically like he's trying to get some legal bills paid and everything. And now he's obviously said, never mind, we can go ahead and just end it, because there has been some holdup. And the reason why Britney Spears' side didn't originally file to end things immediately, and they were filing and concentrating on having Jamie completely removed from the case, was so that they could still have access to all of the documents. And then they were going to, terminate the conservatorship, because I'm not a legal expert, but I watched that Surprise Witness. Make sure y'all go follow her, as well as Emily D. Baker, and I hear their breakdowns, and that's where I'm getting all this info from anyways. So, that was, I think what they were saying was the whole reason for all of this. So now we have actually filed for everything to be completely done and over with. They have a court date coming up. I believe it is next week. If it's not next week, it's the following week. I'm not sure of the exact date. I believe it's the 11th, but I could be wrong. So, but either way, it's coming quickly. So we want to see, is Britney Spears going to get the conservatorship finally terminated at this next court hearing? I will do separate videos on, the family stuff and what's coming with that, although I have gone into it pretty deep on Patreon, because there was things that came up that can never be discussed on YouTube. So you can join Patreon at the appropriate level and go back to view those previous readings. So, Spirit, please join us in answering any questions that we have in regards to Britney Spears' life. Thank you. We're asking only with the intention and purpose of clarity and understanding, not with any bad intent, just so that we know the truth around what is going to take place going forward. Thank you, Spirit. We ask only with the intention and purpose of understanding, not with any bad intent. Please bless and protect everybody who we ask about in this reading, as well as all who listen, watch, and participate. Amen. Spirit, what is going to happen in this next conservatorship hearing? Thank you. Will Britney be freed finally from this 13 years long conservatorship? Yes or no? Thank you. And I do have a Britney Spears playlist that this video will be added to. So if you want to go back and view my previous videos, I have been doing them since I started really posting regularly on YouTube a year ago. And again, I do not take video requests, so don't leave comments asking for readings on Jamie Lynn or this or that. Also, guys, please don't ask psychics to answer follow-up questions in the comments. We've already left the energy of that situation when we ended the video. If there's more questions to be answered, we will come back to it later on. But I block people who get all demanding and do that, especially when you're commenting about stuff that doesn't even have anything to do with what we're talking about. And, you know, it's a video about Will and Jada, and you're asking and demanding if I answer yes or no right now, you know, on if Britney's getting out of the conservatorship. You're just getting blocked. Like, I don't care if you're subscribed or not. And a lot of times, people who make all these requests, you're not even subscribed to us. That's why I don't do, you know, requests on here, because people get very entitled and really rude about it and expect that you need to drop everything and do theirs right this second. And it's somebody that, first of all, I've done videos on a lot of the things that you guys asked me about. And secondly, nobody else watches those either. That's why I don't do pull a card or spirit messages or what's coming for your sign, because everybody asks for them and then nobody watches them. And, you know, those things all play into how well our channel does in our analytics. So please keep that in mind, you know, for both me and other readers and content creators. So you guys, I actually do see that they will come to an agreement on the conservatorship ending at this next upcoming, I don't know if you would call it a hearing. I don't think it's a trial. Sorry, again, I'm not a lawyer, so I might say, you know, the wrong words. But what Spirit is saying is it's probably not going to be ended that exact day. It's like, okay, you know, come January 15th, provided that, you know, all the care plans and everything that's been presented to the court have been followed, we will, you know, completely end it on such and such day. So I do see there being some sort of follow-up. We need to make sure that, you know, is she still gonna have help through a transition period, but they are going to terminate it, you guys. Even if it's not officially terminated that day, it's like, okay, in 60 days it will be, we're good. Because I keep hearing January is when everything is said and done and she's legally completely free. So that is amazing. I am so excited for her, and I do see Britney being over the moon and pushing forwards, you know, on what she's going to do with herself and making plan, you know, her next plan, so to speak. Expect that we will see her sell that house and move, because there's too much bad memories of being locked in your room and basically being held captive in that space. You know, it really does feel to her like her home was a prison for so long. So I do see her making a big move in that regards. But there is, of course, you know, the battle over where did all my money go and all of those things is far from over. But we'll do separate readings on that. But Spirit is saying, you know, get ready, because we are going to see Britney living her life finally, you know, and she really is. She's going to be going on trips. She's going to be going shopping, looking for a new house, planning her wedding and a baby and all of those things, because she really wants to make up for the last 13 years. Don't expect her to perform anytime soon, guys. But that's okay. She needs a break from that too. I keep seeing, you know, comments everywhere of people being like, oh, I can't wait for Britney's redemption tour and her to go, you know, maybe now she'll resume that tour in Vegas and this and that. I don't see her wanting to do that for a good long while, because just the same way that she wants to get the hell out of that house, because it became a prison to her performing and doing music. That was, you know, to her, it was like, you know, the equivalent of, oh, your jail job is to make license plates. You know, that's how she's equating it at this point in her life. It's not fun for her. She has PTSD and trauma surrounding that. So it'll be a while. I don't see that being a priority for her at all. I see her actually being able to live her life on her terms and enjoying her life and going and doing things. And then, of course, fighting to get, you know, the people who were abusing her and taking advantage of her situation in trouble. But I don't see Britney being in this big rush to hurry up and get back in the studio and announce a world tour or anything like that. She will someday, but give her a few years is what Spirit is saying. So she might release a remix of like her favorite songs or a compilation album of like songs that she always wanted to perform that they didn't let her in the version that she wanted to perform them in, as like a thank you to the fans because of the Free Britney movement. But I don't see her going on tour for that. I don't see, you know, there might be like a couple original songs thrown in or something about like, you know, and her referencing being free and what she's gone through. But again, like I said, I don't feel like it's an all new album or really anything. And that would really just be because she wanted to give something back to everybody who stood by her for so long. And if she was going to, then she is going to do it on her terms the way that she wanted it to be. But that's really the most that we'll probably get from her for a couple years at least. So is there anything else that we need to know surrounding what is coming up with Britney Spears? Thank you. And make sure you guys are subscribed. I have been pre-recording like crazy. I'm going to release this one as soon as it's uploaded because I'm recording it on Friday because I was trying to record this earlier in the week. And if you've been following along, first my light and my stand broke, which is why I'm using an iPad stand propped up on stuff so I can still have room on the table to record. So that's why I can't control the angle, because if I move the thing down even just a little bit more, my phone topples out and I can't record. But I had recorded like 3 different videos that got deleted, and I don't know what my phone did. Mercury retrograde was like, we're going to get you with everything that we didn't during Mercury retrograde on our way out this last week. So I don't want to wait any longer to get this one up, but I also wanted to kind of, you know, sit down and do her conservatorship hearing, and then I'm going to do a reading right after this if I have time, because I do have a client I have to call on Jamie Lynn, and I wanted to get those out before the hearing. But I have tons of videos pre-recorded that are all scheduled. You guys will even get fed this weekend. So make sure you subscribe and turn on your notification bell for that. Okay, so there's something, you guys, that we don't know about her dad's connection to her boyfriends. If you guys didn't know, it was like reported before that like either her dad hired him first and then he ended up starring in that music video and that's how Britney met him, or that when him and Britney first started dating, he was on the payroll as like a personal trainer and chef or something like that. But either way, there is traceable checks and connections back to Jamie. Something is going to come out because Jamie has a shit ton of legal issues coming his way, coming up. He is looking at this whole situation. He knows he's in the middle of a tower guard moment and that it has not hit its full peak yet. So keep in mind, this man is petty. Okay, look at the way that he's been controlling and treating his daughter all of these years. We know he's not a good person, right? His parting gift, because that's how narcissists feel. They never look at, oh, I'm being held accountable for all the bullshit that I've been doing. And it's more so of, oh my God, you're the horrible person for expecting me not to be a dick anymore. You know, God forbid the rest of us expect you to be decent. So there is still a vengeful, spiteful nature to him, even though he knows that it's like, if my back is against the wall and I'm going down, I'm swinging and taking everybody around with me. So there's definitely more legal problems coming his way. And through that, more and more information about everybody that was involved and connected in one way or another is going to come out. But on top of that, he's going to try on purpose to expose a lot of stuff about Britney's current fiance so that he can cause them to break up, because he feels like the original plan was for Sam to follow Jamie's orders and do what he was told and be part of Team Con. And instead, you know, Sam went out and did his own thing. And then on top of it, you know, Jamie's mad that Britney doesn't want his involvement in her life any longer, and also wants to, you know, seek justice for what he did to her. And because of that, he knows the best way to, you know, hit everybody where it hurts the hardest is to fuck with her upcoming marriage and her relationship. So what comes out going forwards might be what ends things between Britney and Sam, because I do feel her having to separate herself from everybody, because there's still people around her that they've done a good job of covering the fact that they were involved, and those people are all going to get cut out too as we move forwards and more does get told and more secrets are unfolded and more evidence comes out going forwards. So, but Britney will still have her baby. That is coming up, and I do keep getting a little girl coming up. And even if she has to go through in vitro, do whatever, she is determined that she is going to have this baby. So, you know, she's gathering everything else, though. She's planning things. She's plotting. She knows what's coming next. Oh, boy. At least as far as going after her dad. The rest of this, though, you know, what comes out about her relationship is going to be a shock. It is going to be sad to her. But if you also know, we've talked about this before, Britney doesn't entirely trust Sam. She still has her reservations about him, but she wants a baby, and I feel that being more important to her than, you know, anything else. And he's obviously a very attractive person, and so is she, so let's not lie. If they had a little girl together, we all know that baby will be gorgeous. And I feel like Britney's more like, you got good genes, you're a good sperm donor, and then as soon as I get my baby, you can leave, I don't care anymore. So she's a lot smarter than people give her credit for. Keep in mind, she's a Sagittarius. They always appear to be nonchalant, carefree, the sweetest, most amazing people. Everybody wants to work with them, the shining stars, whatever, but they always have something going on in the back of their head. And they're the ones that will always surprise you and come out the winner in the end. Look at who else is also a Sagittarius. Jay-Z, Nicki Minaj. What always happens with them? People try to come for them. They just sit there and go, that's cute. Just wait and see what happens. They continue to boss up, and then what happens? The Onika voodoo hits people and all of that, right? It's the same thing with Britney. That's what I always get from her. She knows very clearly what time it really is. She's just waiting for the right moments to make the right moves. So anyways, guys, I love you so much. I'm going to go ahead and end that here. I will be doing separate readings on Jamie Lynn and the rest of Britney's family, if I don't get them up today, the rest of them will be up over the next few days. Because like I said, I do want to get those posted before the upcoming hearing and everything. But of course, I do still have clients and I have to record. So I have to talk to my clients, pick my kid up from school, and try to record in between all of that, and then be at the mercy of how fast or slow YouTube is being and uploading things as well. So in the meantime, make sure you are subscribed and you hit those notification bells so you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. Also, join my Patreon. That is the only place where we're going to be doing live celebrity readings. And you can request videos at the appropriate tier. I also do weekly spirit messages, daily exclusive content. Follow the backup channel and my Instagram and book your own personal reading with me at psychicbellalove.com. All that information will be linked down below. And make sure you like, comment, and I will see you again soon. Bye.